Your sprint report wrote itself this morning. Your stand-up notes were summarized before the call even ended. Your burndown chart updated without you touching it. And your retro board came pre-populated with themes pulled straight from the team's messages. Nobody asked your permission. So here's the question that should keep you up tonight. If the machine now does all of that, what exactly are you being paid for? Let's be honest about how this job actually gets done. For a lot of Scrum Masters, the daily reality isn't coaching, it's administration. Scheduling the ceremonies, chasing status, updating the board, building the deck for the stakeholder review, producing the artifacts that prove the team is working. That was never the job on paper, but it became the job in practice because artifacts are visible and coaching isn't. You could point at a report. You could not point at a hard conversation you handled well. And that is exactly the work AI just took. Not the hard part, the visible part, the part your manager could actually see. This is the trap. If your value showed up mostly through the artifacts you produced, then your value just became automatable. Not because you weren't good at your job, but because you were being measured on the wrong half of it. Anthropic's 2026 Agentic Coding Trends Report describes the same shift running across engineering. The work is moving from producing output to supervising and reviewing it. The identical thing is happening to you. The production is handled. What's left is judgment. So here's the uncomfortable follow-up. If the artifacts no longer prove your value, what does? It's the work that never made it onto a status report. The dependency you killed 3 weeks before it would have become a blocker. The scope conversation with a stakeholder that stopped a death march quarter before it started. The engineer who was about to quit and didn't. The team that ran a clean sprint while you were on vacation. None of that generates an artifact. All of it is the actual job. And here's why this matters for your career. Right now, not someday. Hiring managers have caught on. They are not impressed that you run ceremonies. A tool runs ceremonies. They're screening for the person who can name what changed because they were in the room. Which brings us to the mirror. Go read your own resume. If most of your bullets describe things a well-configured tool could now produce, facilitated daily stand-ups, maintained sprint reports, tracked team velocity, then you have carefully documented the automatable half of your job. Facilitated daily stand-ups, maintained sprint reports, tracked team velocity, then you have carefully documented the automatable half of your job and left the valuable half invisible. That is not a skills problem, that's a positioning problem. And it is fixable, but not by learning another tool. The work you were actually paid for was always the work nobody can see. AI just made that painfully obvious, and it made naming that work the single most important career skill you have. So, before your next interview, before your next performance review, answer this honestly. If every artifact you produce disappeared tomorrow, what would still prove you were worth having on the team? If you're a Scrum Master, product owner, or Agile coach whose resume documents the half of the job that just got automated, that's exactly the gap I help close. Ready to reposition the experience you already have? Book a free 15-minute discovery call. The link is in the description. The machine took the visible work. Make sure the market can see the rest. I'll see you in the next one.